people wonder how to make bread. A lot of people are starting to make more bread, and so I thought I'd do a tutorial on my blog. So I just did the first ingredients, whole wheat flour, which I grind on my own with my Nutrimill, and then you just dump the ingredients in there: wheat flour, wheat gluten, instant yeast, steaming hot water, which I just put in the microwave for a couple minutes. And so you do the dry ingredients, and then you dump in the hot water, then you mix it for a minute, and then you scrape the sides of the bowl, and then I mix it a little bit more, and then it just sits for 10 minutes. That's called sponging. So that's what I'm doing right now. During this time, I try and get like all my other ingredients ready and out so that I can dump them in really quick. If you remember the bread before, the sponging makes it rise a lot, and so now it's ready for me to put in my other ingredients. Alright, so I'm just putting in the other ingredients. I did the salt, now I'm doing the oil. Today I'm making 4 loaves. Usually I just make 3, but I have a couple people I need to take it to, so that's why I'm making more. So there goes the oil, and then a cup of sugar. I have these OXO Good Grips containers, and I love them. They keep my brown sugar nice and soft, so look for them on sale because they are a great way to store your staples, especially if you have a small kitchen. And 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I go through lemon juice really quickly because of this recipe. 1, 2, and so you need to check your mixer though, because most mixers cannot make this much bread.
Mom, it's getting dark.
For a minute.
It got dark a little.
Just mixes that in for a little bit. For 1 minute, and then I'll pour in the flour in 1 cup sections. I already have the flour pre-measured out, which makes it a lot easier. Flour 1 cup at a time, and it's pretty important that you wait and let it mix in between each addition. You see how they're still white there. Let's see, take that off, you'll see it better. So you mix that in, and then the most important thing almost of bread making is having a good timer, and I love mine. I think I got it from CSN, and it's great too because with your KitchenAid I just set the timer and let it go, and I'll be finishing my breakfast after I add the flour. So the timer's going off, and if you see the bread, this bread doesn't look quite like regular bread, but regular bread you're gonna want a really smooth texture. And there was some. This one's it's softer than your average bread, so that's normal. I make this bread all the time, and that's what it usually looks like. So I'm gonna dump it out of the pan here. You just scrape it off of your dough hook, which cannot go in the dishwasher. Boom. And then I have this awesome dough scraper, which is great with this dough because it is so soft. It's hard to really just like get it out of your bowl in one whole chunk. And then you'll see how this dough scraper comes in with other things. Oh, all my kids are in the kitchen, which isn't usual when I make bread. So this really helps me get it out. This dough is not usually this soft, just because I'm videoing it. So then I use this bread thing to help cut the dough so I can put it in loaf pans. I don't spray my countertop with anything. I probably should. So cut, cut, cut. So here we go. This dough is really soft today. And these bread pans are already sprayed with Pam, and I just form them into a loaf and dump them in. And then I always push down on it so that I get an even loaf instead of some kids getting like the crust that's only like 2 inches high. Then everybody gets a nice piece of bread. Okay, turn it off. They are all in the oven. The loaves are not looking that stellar today, but they'll even out as they bake.
I hate to break it to you, babe, but I'm not drowning. There's no one here to save. Who cares if you disagree?
So here's the bread. I'm not sure that it's done. I think I might give it 5 more minutes. It looks a little light on the top, although this was not full whole wheat. My mixer wouldn't take all whole wheat to do 4 loaves. So I'm probably going to leave it in for a couple more minutes. So I definitely use sound to tell if they're done, so I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds kind of hollow. Yeah, they all sound pretty good. So you can use a thermometer, and I've had some that are not all the way done, and that is a shame sometimes, but who knows why. Alright, so I'm going to take a knife, and I just take it around the edges of the bread pan just like this. Even though I pound it, just make sure that I don't end up with it coming out on the sides. You end up with like a crust on the side missing, and then it dries out quicker. And then I'll just turn it over and put it on the drying rack. Alright, well here they are on the drying rack. You'll see I squinched some of it there. I mean, making bread is an imperfect process. Some of mine turned into Siamese twins. They got to each other. And, you know, but it still tastes good. And people love it. Although not my kids. I don't think they realize how lucky they are. Maybe some of you could tell them. Alright.